What's going on, nation? It's DanielJon, and I hope you guys are all good, and I hope you're all okay. Now, just quickly before I get into this video, when I put back on the video, a few videos ago now, asking you guys what you prefer, the Stringer 1 or the Stringer 2 design, Stringer 1 actually got the most votes. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get that one printed. So that should be here in the next 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks, depending on how quickly I can get it done. Now, what I have done is I've made some slight alterations to the design, and I've actually got 3 whole new designs of that specific, that picture. So I'm going to put that on the screen now, and I want you guys, if you want, you can click on the link in the description to the Facebook page, and I just want your opinion here. What would you prefer, number 1, number 2, and number 3? And I actually just played around with some of the colours, the white, the black, and also the yellow. And the main reason why that is because that design was, my first design that I done. Actually, it was the second design I done, and it got a lot of interest. So I wanted to give you guys more of a choice and still see if you actually like the yellow version. So I've added some more gradient to it, some texture, and also some some bevel edges. But basically, I just want your opinion. What one do you prefer? So if you want, you can click the link in the description, or you can just comment on this video and let me know what one you'd like to see first. Now, this video today, I actually got an email from, I'm not going to say their username, but basically asked me, do I have any tips for cutting and not losing any muscle? They said that they've been bulking for several months now and they think it's time to cut. I want to start cutting next week, and I just wondered if you've got any tips and advice or anything more. Now, I actually had a very successful cut. You guys may have been following my journey for a while now, and I've been cutting for the last 4, maybe 4.5 months. And in that time, I lost, 35, 36 pounds, and I'm really happy with my results. Now, I'm slowly coming out of it now, because I've got to the point where I'm nearly as lean as I want. It's just got a few stubborn pounds. And basically, I think I had a very successful diet. Before I went into this bulk, I had my body fat tested, my height, my weight, and everything done. And I managed to keep my whole lean body mass exactly the same. Now, for you guys that don't know what lean body mass is, that is everything that needs nutrients, basically. Simply everything minus your fat, and everything minus your water in your body. So your organs, your heart, your liver, everything that needs nutrients, and all your muscle. So that is what your lean body mass is. Now, the first tip I would advise you guys, if you're going into a cut, is don't go into it too fast. Now, the reason I say that is because last year when I did this, I completely fucked up. I got to the point where I was down to 1,600 calories a day, and the only alternative for me to lose more weight was cut the calories even more. I was already doing 30-40 minutes of cardio a day, so the only alternative was to drop my calories even more. And I got to the point where it was just like, it was a mental challenge for me. I didn't find anything easy. My days were hard, I was groggy, it was summer, it was hot, and all I wanted to do was just eat, So cutting your calories too fast, too quick is going to play with your head and fuck up your mentality down the line. You don't want to get to that point where you're down to 1,400 calories a day, because that's just not optimal for your body functions. You're not going to get, you're going to have bad workouts, you're going to have bad mood swings. It's just not good for you. So don't cut your calories too quickly, don't go into this too fast. Say you're starting your diet tomorrow and you're still on bulking calories, and you go, okay, I'm going to start my diet tomorrow. Go into it slowly. Don't go in there and drop 500 calories off your total calories, what you're eating now. Don't go in there and do 30-40 minutes of cardio straight away. What I did is, I just took exactly how I was. I said, okay, my diet starts tomorrow, and I just started slowly incorporating in the first 3-4 weeks, 20 minutes of cardio 3 times a week. That's all I did. I didn't change my weights, I didn't change my workout program, I was still lifting heavy, and that is exactly what I did for the first 3 or 4 weeks, and in that time I lost 8 pounds. Because little changes like that is just going to cause the body to change. It's going to cause your body to burn excess calories, the fat that you've got stored up. And when you start to plateau, when you start evening out, and your body doesn't start burning calories no more, that's when you either up the cardio a little bit, and then you start deducting the calories. If you go in there too fast, too quick, deducting calories and increasing cardio, you're going to have very little to play with in the long run. Now, one other thing I ensured that I did throughout my whole cut was keep lifting heavy. Now, I didn't change my weights, I didn't change my reps, I didn't change my workouts. I done exactly the same as when I was bulking. The only thing I did was just increase cardio and slowly drop my calories off. Now, When I mean lifting heavy, I mean ensure you're lifting proper all the time. You know, good form, good technique is what's going to get you those muscles. It's going to help you build that stabilization. It's going to help you. With good stabilization comes good form, comes more weight. So that's the thing I would always advise, is keep lifting heavy. You know, don't drop off weight because you think, okay, I'm going to get an extra 6 reps. You don't need to aim for those 15, 20, 30 repetitions that you hear and read about in these fitness magazines, because you don't have to drastically change your workouts. So keep lifting heavy, you know. And the main important thing I would advise you to do, and I've said this in videos before, is track your progress. Now what I mean by that is, you may have seen in previous videos of mine, I give you printouts on receipts of my height, my weight, my body fat, and all my body calculations. And what that is just a machine, and that is where you just stand on this machine and it sends a pulse through your body, like electrical charge, whatever it may be. I did it in another video. And how it works is it measures the resistance from one hand all the way around your body into back. And then what that does is it determines your body fat percentage and gives you your lean body mass. When you've got your lean body mass, that is the figure that you do not want dropping. That is when you're going to start losing muscle. And all the way through my cut, I didn't lose a pound of muscle. Now I've got printouts for you, and I'll get another one this week just to prove to you that I stayed at the lean body mass, exactly the same weight all the way through. The only thing that changed was my body fat percentage continued to drop. So that is when you know you have a successful cut, is tracking your progress, making sure that you're not losing muscle and you're losing maximum fat. That is all you want to achieve, and the only way you're going to do that is doing things slowly but surely. Now by all means you can go into this very fast, but if you was going to do that, then I would advise that you hired a prep coach. Now the reason I say that is because they can watch you from a third party's perspective and they can see where you're going wrong. You may not necessarily see everything that is going wrong. You may see these results, but you may not see that you've lost a bit of muscle. That is where a prep coach comes in. So if you really want to lose weight real quickly, then you need to hire a prep coach. To be honest with you, I don't know any decent prep coaches because I've never hired one. But I know a few good ones on the internet that have had really good reviews, and some of the most popular YouTube channels use them for getting in shape for their contests. So that is my 5 cents on how to lose, how to go into a cut without losing muscle. Now I hope these tips have helped, and if you want any more questions answered, then feel free to send them in an email. And that's about all for today. So I hope you guys are all good. Have a good day. Take care. Stay safe. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. You got to do the post-workout shake dance. Fuck the hard-up shake. It's all about the post-workout shake. That's what I'm going to be doing in the clubs when we go.